Welcome to part 2 of our Village of Shadows run through Resident Evil The Village. For those of you that watched the first video with the introduction, you know that this is a complete walkthrough. We're going to interact with everything. We're going to read every file, have every cutscene, and
run out of
track several running different achievements through the various videos. I'm going to try not to talk over cutscenes, so I will leave you for a moment.
No! Friendly.
Who are you? Who sent you?
Nobody. There was an accident down on the road and... What's going on?
Oh, no. They're coming.
Who is? What the hell was that?
Do you have a gun?
What?
Please tell me you have a gun.
No, why would I?
It's okay, it's there. Take it! Take it! Tell me it's out there.
Hey, are you listening?
Hey!
What the... Shit! Dead body? Wait, there's more.
So while the first video was an introduction to the game, setting the scene, giving some atmosphere and some backstory, this video is almost pure action. It does not get any more action in the game than this section of the game. The creators at Capcom just set you up for this so well with this long drawn-out introduction of just walking around, looking around, investigating, feeling like you're almost in a point-and-click investigation game. Well, they're going to remind you that you're in an action survival game. Yeah, that great werewolf. Just love it. Watch how fast he moves when we finally get control and...
No.
Look at that. And that's a fully upgraded stake, and it still took 2 shots and 1 to the head to stop him. So, at this point, I didn't really realize how in over my head I was going to be, but you'll see in a few minutes that I'm going to die. It's going to take me 3 tries to get through this video. I left them in just because I want people to know that, in case not everybody out there is a professional gamer, and I would barely call myself. I'm only professional in the sense that I post to YouTube. Other than that, I'm mediocre at best. So, if I can make it through this, you can make it through this. But, it took a lot of preparation to make sure we had all the right weapons. Everything was upgraded. And I was feeling cocky with this stake Magnum. 28 rounds, infinite ammo, 28 rounds per magazine. I thought, what can touch me? Next little cabin here. So you get 1 werewolf the first time. You're going to come in here, batten down the hatches, bar the door, look in the back of the room, hear the radio clicking. Nothing there. Of course, since we're playing on New Game Plus and we have infinite ammo for all of our weapons, the only reason for me to pick up ammo is to sell later, to upgrade our V61 handgun. But I'm going to start the second round of attacks here. I'd read just enough about Village of Shadows' difficulty to know that there are occasionally monsters or foes in places where you don't expect them. And so, just see me looking around, seeing if I'm going to see something new. But most of the time, when really, if you're trying to just progress the game, you need to come back here. When you come back here and turn around, as you walk back up, there'll be a werewolf coming down from the stairs. Kill him. Look at that, he moves so fast. That will pretty much end the second wave. There's really only one's outside and that one inside that you had to take care of. You're beginning to get the feeling that the numbers are going to get large. Message on the radio.
Hello. If there are any survivors out there, come to Louisa's house near the fields.
Survivors?
So now Ethan has an actual goal in mind to find these survivors. You're going to see me do that little section 3 times, I believe, because every time I die, I restart and I wind up back there. I don't have to fight the wolves again, but I wind up back in that same location and have to leave. I'm looking in the right place, but I just don't see what I need to see. I do see this guy sitting over here on the steps. I missed the 2 guys that are on the roof. Take too much time there getting that, and they jump down on me, and I got them. That little duck, they duck under my shots a lot. So we get to start back in the little cabin there that we had barricaded the door in. When we first came back, I wasn't sure what part we were on. Okay, I see the broken stuff. So, all right, come get the loot.
Is it over?
The message comes on the radio again. Can't actually leave the hut until enough of that message is played.
Survivors?
I don't know why I bothered to come back here again. I mean, you've already seen it, but you know. I guess when I was first doing this, I wasn't 100% certain whether I was going to cut my deaths out or I was going to leave them in. I thought, in the end, I decided I'd leave them in. I thought, well, it's better to show people that, you know, it's not all. People don't just walk through this. It's a Village of Shadows for a reason. It's difficult. Even when you're maxed out, your character's maxed out, weapons are maxed out. This time I know they're up there, so no jumping down on me this time, buddy. The other thing I always struggle with, I mean, I don't know why I do. I should not have bothered with that box, but, you know. Is I struggle with trying to make sure the shots hit. Obviously, when you're playing Resident Evil and you don't have infinite ammo, there's always this limited amount of resources, and so you always feel the need to make each shot count, to be pointing and clicking at the right times. Once you have the infinite ammo, I should be shooting these rounds off I'm only getting 8 of the 28 rounds out before I'm reloading, so, you know. Looking back on this was actually a really good place to stand. I didn't appreciate it for what it was at the time. I was feeling very open to my left.
There's no end to them.
You see me keep checking over there, but that little spot turned out to be a really good place to stay. But normally you would come in here and close this door. And you should defend this door. You see, I decide that I should go and I should defend here. The problem with defending this far back is that stuff will start coming up that ladder when you're this far back. And you basically just wasted your barricade. They're going to knock through that door. Shooting flour in the sky. The one thing it did show is that I knocked the flour out. It gets in their eyes and they hold off for a moment. So stuck on the ladder there. And see, down here feels like a good spot, but it's really not a good spot because they're going to drop in kind of suddenly from up there. And so, you know, I see this guy out here, and there's a guy behind me. I never even looked back there, and there's a guy back there the whole time. And look at that, he's one of the large guys with the claws. So I'm trying to decide whether to heal or not. Death number 2. I haven't even made it up to the top of the hill yet. So at this point, I'm starting to realize that I'm completely not prepared for this. At least not mentally. I'm not approaching it with the respect it deserves. So we'll see if I do better this time. What is this? The
Over?
I've died twice. This is the 4th time I've seen this.
If there are any survivors out
I didn't bother to go check the locked door again this time. The lock gate.
near
So
the field.
I also didn't bother with the guy on the steps. It's looking a little hard to see. And I didn't waste time down there just to get hit. Run along. Get the door locked.
Damn it.
And you see why I said last time you should defend this door. I mean, you need to shoot better than I do. Don't shoot the block. Shoot the. Apparently, I decided not to defend it this time either. There's kind of 2 approaches. You can use this house to survive a large section of the game. Though really, you have to be careful. Look how fast they move. The other approach is to run all the way to the last cabin and get there as quickly as you can.
There's no end to them.
The stake is beginning to be kind of effective. It's only taking 1 or 2. This time I'm smart enough not to waste time standing here waiting for him to come from behind. Probably the best approach is to get into this cabin, to get into this little building. And bar that door. I wasn't sure I had time to bar it, but you should bar this door. You need to defend that door, and you need to defend the window over to my left. And I believe it's this time that I don't acknowledge the window. Of course, it's always good to have a full magazine, but at the same time, it's kind of overkill on the reloading there. But see, I wasted the whole time, so the barricaded window is no longer barricaded. Now they can just come running through there. So now I have to be much more careful of it. I've lost my angle on that little hole in the door. Now you hear Urias. Urias is on the scene. And I've decided that with both the broken door and the broken window, I should come out here. This is a huge mistake. Yeah, I mean, I was barricaded in there. Now there's somebody behind me already. And is that death number 3? So, spoiler alert, I think I make it through this time. Once again, go get my loot upstairs. I'll get that loot. Nothing kills me. Go get the loot upstairs.
Is it over?
Hello.
get the first of the
Survivors out there, come to my
radio message, then you can leave.
near the fields.
Survivors?
Seems prudent. They don't jump down on you then. Even though I did so well at that stairwell, I still just abandon it and go right on by it. Need to shoot through the holes. See the piercing on the stake magnum. Essentially hit two of them there at the same time. I thought I would pick up some of that treasure, but instead it latched onto the cabinet. I don't want to open it. But you can see that this is if you stay back in this part, it's much more defendable. They're not as likely to find their way all the way through that cellar and then come up the bottom. But I'm still checking my corners. The growling is coming from all around you, so it's really hard to know that if there's somebody coming from the right over there. And they finally broken the barricade, so I'm out of here. My goal was to get out as quickly as I could. I'm a little worried about that guy, but he's backed off enough. So, run, go, hurry. Okay, now you're kind of in the same situation you were in the last room, in the last place, but this time you have a barricaded window and a barricaded door. You don't want to stay too focused on any one of them, but the window's more vulnerable than the door. And we've already gotten to Urias, so I can hear Urias out there. He's starting to beat on the wall. I'm looking to see if I have an angle. You can see it's not quite as busy as it was the last time we were here. That's because we spent a little more time defending the first house. I didn't try it this time, but in previous tries I've tried going up the ladder and being on the roof, but they don't have any problem getting on the roof with you, so it's not as defendable as you might think it is. I thought maybe I would get be able to put him down if I could get enough shots on him here with this stake. I'm trying to get an angle where I hit something besides just his hammer. He honestly doesn't even seem to notice. Now both my barricades are down, so let's see how fast they can skitter in through that window. And that's the way the scene always ends. It always ends with this guy grabbing you from behind no matter where you are, and throwing you down, and no matter where you are, he throws you all the way to here. Little cutscene. It's not even talking, so you won't miss anything from me talking over it. Just to give you an idea that you were vastly overwhelmed, you were outnumbered. There was no getting through that. Not if they'd have played it all the way to the end. Such a great sound effect. You start to hear bells in there, they run off. Now you realize you haven't bandaged your hand, you have an arrow in your leg. Even though we never saw the arrow hit us or how it got there, but it's interesting because if you remember from Resident Evil Biohazard 7 Biohazard, Ethan's able to put entire appendages, legs and arms back on with the healing potions. So the fact that he's missing those fingers, it's because they got ripped off and he didn't have them to put back there. So they don't seem like they just grow back. He misses them for the whole rest of the game. So now I know that was a lot of action, and but since I have a handgun to upgrade, so I'm going to go ahead and loot. The rest of the video is basically me looting, and then I go out there to the cutscene with the old hag that we saw go through the gate. Never really had an opportunity to use that barrel. I don't think it would have hurt Urias when he was outside banging on the door. I don't think it would have hurt him to explode it then. So. Touching objects like that, like the door, even though you know you don't have an object that's going to get you through the door, it puts it on the map. So when you look at the map later, you can remember it's there. It's always a good practice to touch doors and objects, even if you can't get in them. Even the best of us, with the best memories, forget that whether or not we've been in a particular place. This time I knew I came through this area kind of quick, so. Some more resources, of course. I don't really use them in the game. I already have enough mines and pipe bombs to do anything I need to do in the game. And, it's such a great looking game. Fire looks so real. Can open that gate from the side. Once you go through this gate up here, where you saw the hag go through, there's another door over here that I need to put on the map, the iron key door. Then once you go through these gates, through this cutscene will close.
Life and in death, we give glory.
Hello? You shouldn't be out here. It's not safe. What the hell? Hey, can you hear me?
It's you, the child's father.
Child? Hey, wait. Do you mean Rose? Is she here?
Rose! Rose, yes. She is in great danger. Since Mother Miranda brought her to the village, we have fallen into darkness.
What are you talking about? The monsters?
So the cutscene is going to end, and that's going to end the video. I hope you enjoyed this. Much more exciting. Got to watch me die 3 times. So
Wait.
be encouraged
Where's
that you
Rose?
too can
Who's Mother Miranda?
get through it on Village of Shadows if I can do it.
They're coming again.
We'll see you in part 3.